Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Zenaton, and welcome to today's video for Legends of Runeterra. So what are we doing today? Today, we're going to be looking at one of the champs that recently got buffed. A deck that's trying to take advantage of this champ too. Now, there's a lot of champs that could mean a lot of things, so what champ are we talking about? We're looking at Garen. No, this is not an elite deck. I do think Garen is strong. I don't think the way to play Garen is in elites. While we've gotten some more buffs to elites and even a new spell for elites, I still think there's just not enough pull to play elites. Because the problem with playing elites is you have to play some cards that are kind of mediocre, and the payoff is just not high enough. So, where do we go with that if we're not going to be playing elites? How about mid-range? How about just making a mid-range pile? So, DEMACIA mid-range pile is a traditional deck, usually paired with Ionia. So we're pairing with Ionia again, mostly for deny, twin, and a couple other stuff. We're also playing another new, not new, but buffed card, Scales of the Dragon, I think it is, the 3-mana 4/2. Its spell got buffed. I think it's really good. Secondary champ is going to be just J4 because mostly I don't really have a good champ. And with all the combat tricks, sharp sight twins and stuff, it's actually kind of easy to level up J4. And a leveled up J4 is very, very strong, especially with Garen. So let's go and look at the deck. All right. So, welcome to the deck. Overall, pretty much what you would expect from a DEMACIA Ionia mid-range pile. Lots of challengers and some combat tricks. Pretty much the bread and butter of DEMACIA Ionia midrange pile. Win cons being Golden Aegis, leveled up Garen, level up champions in general, Sion for a little extra stuff, and a King J3 here as well. Just a little extra bit of a push. But yeah, I think the deck is solid. I think Deny is just really, really good, and I feel like that's a reason why we should not be playing Mono DEMACIA like a lot of elite decks are doing. I feel like if you want to be in elites and still play Bannerman, you should at least splash for 2, maybe even 3 Denies, because Deny is just so good in this meta, basically countering things like Buried in Ice, Ruination, Feel the Rush, rallies in general. Just feels really good. So yeah. Not much to talk about with this deck. You pretty much know this deck by now. It's like Shen Fiora, mid-range pile, Shen J4, whatever. You might say, so why aren't we playing Shen then if Shen is traditionally good in this deck? Mostly because I want to try Garen. It's pretty much a Shen J4 deck with Garen instead of Shen. And I kind of do think Garen might be a little bit better than Shen, but maybe Shen is just better, but I think Garen is just so much stronger in the current meta. Regen's really nice. Summoning and buffing your units even only temporarily is good. Leveled up Garen is still a beast, of course. Judgment's very, very strong. You also might say, like, why not Young Witch? Isn't Young Witch a good card? Well, Young Witch got nerfed quite a while ago. 1 health is kind of really bad. Dying to things like Vile Feast, Pokey Stick, Withering Wail feels really, really bad. And of course, we can tech this deck. Depending on what we're running into, see a lot of Feel the Rush, maybe you want a 3rd Deny. Maybe if you're seeing a lot of Feel the Rush, you might also add some Ranger's Resolve to play around the Withering Wails and Avalanches, even though it's not really that good against Blighted Ravine. Maybe a few more rallies, maybe a few more Vanguard Sergeants, etc., etc. I will be honest with you, a lot of the cards in this deck are kind of just being in here to be tested. For example, Swiftwing Flight, we're just trying to take advantage of the +1/+1 buff stuff. You know, Garen, Swiftwing Flight, Sign-In, etc. So because we're playing Swiftwing Flight, we're playing some Laurent Proteges over more Vanguard Sergeants. That might be incorrect. So we might have too many challengers, but I don't know. If we're going to play 3 Swiftwing Flights, I think it's solid. Anyway, though, let's go through the deck really quick, and then we'll play a couple of games, right? So, first off, Brightsteel Protector, or not Brightsteel, Fleet Feather. Just a solid card. Combos well with Brightsteel is what I was going to say. But yeah, turn 1, Fleet Feather, turn 2, Brightsteel. Still a very strong opener. Very, very good against other mid-range decks. But you could probably cut some of these if you want to, but I think we're definitely a mid-range deck. We want to get on the board early, and we're not just a mid-range deck. We're a mid-range board dominance kind of deck, so we really want to get on the board early and leverage our barriers and challengers. So yeah, I'd play all three of these. 3 Broadwings card is great, especially when we're buffing our own units, healing it, whatever you want to call it, +1/+1 to everything. Really good card. You could consider adding some Shield of Durans in this deck over like a 3rd Sharp Side or a 3rd Twin. Definitely something you could consider too. I'm not sure if I like Shield or not, but it's definitely something to consider. 3 Sharp Sights. I like this because it can block elusives, so I still like it as a 3 of, but definitely if you want other cards, you could definitely cut the 3rd. 3 Single Combats. No Concerted Strikes. I think we're a little tight on mana, so Concerted Strike's a little tough to use. And I think we're really good with single combat anyway, so I like 3 Single Combats. 3 Twins. I mean, we're mostly using this for the +3 health side, so it's still very good, even though it got nerfed. In our 3-drop slot, 2 Laurent Proteges, mostly for the synergy with Swiftling Flight. Turn 3 Laurent, turn 4 Swiftling Flight. That's a 3/5 challenger with the Laurent Protege. Very, very strong. 3 Scales of the Dragon. This is a card not many people have been testing out, I've noticed. Probably because, in all honesty, it still sucks. But it blocks Fearsomes, so that's nice. And Dragon's Protection is really the main reason we're playing this card. 2 mana Focus Speed, grant an ally +0/+3. This card used to be Slow Speed if you've never seen this card before, and that was the buff to this card. I think giving something +3 health at Focus Speed is pretty solid. One of the reasons why this card was kind of bad was your opponent was able to interact before the buff went off. They're like, oh, you're trying to give this thing health. Let me kill it with Mystic Shot or Vengeance or whatever. Now we can just give Garen or a challenger +3 health right away, and that can be very, very strong. Plus, well, and like I was saying, how we can play Shielderon, even though we're not playing Shielderon, Dragon's Protection with Broadwing is pretty solid. But maybe this is something that will get cut in the future. Maybe we'll cut the Challenger package and add in more Sergeants. Speaking of Sergeant, only one of these. I want to have at least one. I think it's a very strong card. Sure, it's not a 3/4 anymore, so it doesn't trade as well, but I still think it's really good. I think for DEMACIA just wins games sometimes. So I want at least one of them. Maybe I would like to fit in a second, but I just really don't know what to cut here outside of some spells. 2 Denies. Ionia. A Deny is pretty much one of the reasons why we even want to be in Ionia, so we're going to play 2 Denies. Only 2, though, not 3, because meta's a little wide. There's some matchups where Deny just doesn't do anything, so we're only playing 2 of them. 2 Rallies. Kind of a win con here. You play a Rally just, well, either after you buff your board, like with a Garen or something, or just when you have a very strong turn to get a free attack in with Rallies. Like your opponent has no blockers or something. Also combos well with challengers too, of course, because barrier. 3 Swiftling Flights, just here for the challenger synergy and for some extra board dominance. No River Shapers. You might say, why no River Shapers? We're not really playing Shen, so I don't really like River Shaper without Shen. Plus Mystic Shot's a little scary in the meta and a little prevalent, so I'm not a big fan of River Shaper. 3 Garens, 3 J4s, not really much to talk about here. We want all of our champions. There isn't really another champion I would play. Maybe I could see myself removing the 3rd J4 for like a Galio or something, but I'm not sure about that. But if I were to remove a champion, it would definitely be the 3rd J4. I think 3 Garen is strong because Judgment is a strong card, but 3 J4 might be a little too much. Cataclysm is a strong card, though. Cataclysm is very, very nice, but maybe a 1 of Galio does have a little more value than a 3rd J4, maybe even a 1 of Shen, but who knows? We need more data. And our last couple of cards are late game here. Sion, just more board-wide buffs, and it gives us some more cards. And a 1 of King J3. Mostly, we're going to want to play this when we have a J4 on the field to give our board Challenger and Scout just as a win con, but if you need it, it can definitely be used to draw a J4. So that's pretty much the deck. I think it's strong. I think Ionia is just really strong at countering the meta. I'd say just be careful of Tribeam. Tribeam is pretty much the only deck I'd be I'd be worried to run into that out of all the popular decks. And I guess maybe Pantheon, but just dodge Pantheon and Tri-Beam. Mostly because Ravenous Flock for Tri-Beam, and Pantheon because it's hard to kill Fated units right now. Anyway, though, let's get into a couple of games. Okay, this matchup. I actually don't know about this matchup. They're able to go... Oh, interesting hand. I think I'm just going to mulligan for 1-drops here. And 2-drops. Nice. But they can go pretty wide themselves. Now, if they play a unit here, yeah, not a fan of this. I'm actually going to let this hit me. So here's the problem with letting this hit me. I'm playing into Thermo, but I'm going to make a call and say they don't have Thermo. I think I can't play around Thermo here. And I'm doing this so I can get the Bright Steel value here. Nothing. I mean, they can use a Mystic or something here, or I guess even a Sharp Sight. But I like this play. It kind of makes it harder for them to develop the board, and I just want board dominance. And then next turn, we'll probably just play Scales. Shield? Oh my. All right. Wasn't really expecting Shield. That deck doesn't normally play Shield. But yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a very big problem. In fact, I think I might lose now because of that. Because I can't get through this. Yeah, I think I've lost this. It also doesn't help that I drew 2 denies. Oh yeah. We're getting crushed here. Kind of feels bad, but whatever. Need to draw something really good here. A Broadwing actually might be it. Thanks to Dragon's Protection. They know I have this Dragon's Protection, though, so I assume they're going to have something. So I'm just going to do this. And go from here. So what do you have, like, Sharp Sight? Sharp Sight wouldn't do it. Back to back, really? I'm getting absolutely demolished right now. For a mid-range dominance deck to be getting crushed in the mid-game, this is not good. And if they have Jayce here, or not Jayce, Lux here, we can't do anything. I can play Vanguard Sergeant into Sign-In? That might do something. So much for playing Sign-In. I'm countering this. I gotta counter this. I mean, I'm gonna trade. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure, though. Like, I don't know if I'm in a good spot or not. And I think I'll just play Sign-In here. Not because I want to get the buff, but more that I want the cards here. I'm looking for Garen and J4. I hate that. I really hate that. I don't know. I think my play is going to be just play J3 next turn and grab my J4. Unless I draw something better here. Okay, that changes it. Is that another... All right. I mean, I could counter it, but I don't see the point. So they're going to definitely hit this with a Final Spark. Maybe they don't attack in, though. Maybe they just beam my 3/3. Sure, no problem. I'm not going to save it. No need to save it. Just going to rely on J4 to protect me. Give this barrier. If they want to Mystic Shot a 3/2, they can Mystic Shot a 3/2 all they want. That's fine. So I have 11 mana here. So I can just open attack. This is what I think I'm going to do. Open attack. 3/2s die to the 3/3s, and the 2/2. But J4 in theory will kill Lux and level up. I hope. Perhaps, please? I swear, if they well, no, I was gonna say if they get Judgment. No, I'll just counter that. Do it. Play Judgment. Oh, God. Oh, that's not Judgment, but it's scarier. I mean, it's just as scary. So this is pretty nice. I get to level up J4 here. Lose a lot of my board, but whatever.
Soldiers of DEMACIA, stand with me!
Do you have Thermo, I'm guessing, here? I'm running out of units. Like, that's the only problem I'm seeing here. This is pretty nice, though. They can't kill my J4. I realize they probably have, like, a Mystic Shot here, but I'm still going to go for this. I could use my 3-5 instead, but I want to try to bait them into this Mystic Shot so I can actually get some value out of these Sharp Sights. Maybe Concerted here? Oh wait, I should pass. Another back-to-back? No, back-to-back. Okay, they have Concerted. Great. Yeah, that's 6 damage. That's whatever. So I have 10 mana. So I'm gonna summon this, choose Vanguard, summon the Vanguard. So I can make them trade. I think I should make them trade at least. And the reason I want to make them trade is so they have less units on the field. Because that will make their 4 DEMACIA weaker. Garen time? Twin's pretty good. So now... what do I want here? I still think I want the Vanguard, even though I can't cast 4 DEMACIA this turn. Please, opponent, stop. I can't keep up. So I could, in theory, trade my board for their board. Is that even worth? I think so. You just buff right away, right? Yeah. I think it's worth, because I'm going to just summon a J3 anyway. Like, that's the idea. Summon J3, get a J4, and go from there. Broadwings, nothing. Oh, boy. We're both just out of cards. That's the awful thing. We're just out of cards. Oh, hi, Garen. I want to summon Garen now. I want to summon J3.
Where is my son?
Not because... oh, yeah, I forgot they buffed J3. He's a 5/6 now. I forgot to mention that. I'm not summoning this because I want to summon J4 next turn. I'm doing this for the small, minuscule... that's whatever. I have Twin here. I'm doing this for the small, minuscule deck thinning this is giving me.
How will they act?
I'm trying to think, like, what's the worst? Really, it's Jayce. Like, Jayce is the scariest thing. Yeah, 4 DEMACIA is... whatever. I could play a defensive 4 DEMACIA. I'm not going to do that. I'll just use my Twin here. This is also nice because that means they probably don't have Jayce. Gonna kill my Sion. Do I want to keep Sion alive? That's the real thing. Yes. Why would I not want to keep Sion alive? One, it keeps it alive, which is another unit for DEMACIA. And two, and I guess Garen. Two, if they want to actually kill Sion, they need more stuff. Mystic Shot? Yep, sure, whatever. Now, do I throw in J4 or do I play Garen? That's the question. I think
Stand with your king.
I do this. Not because I think this is scary enough to get rid of, but because I want to get the, I want to start getting the Cataclysms every round. Also bringing them down to 3 is nice. Nice, they have no board. I'm so scared of Jayce. Sion, I love ya. I love you, Sion. I'm just summoning Garen. No, I'm summoning Sion. No, I'm summoning Garen.
For justice, for DEMACIA.
My shield is yours.
I'm gonna use... It's gonna seem weird, but I'm gonna do this and GG.
Send for the war chefs. We feast tonight.
I think I'm screwed. I know I'm a board dominant. I'm actually going to keep this. I know I'm a board dominance deck, but Sion, Draven... I mean, they don't play Flock, and Flock is the biggest thing I'm worried about in this matchup, or against Noxus, but it's Sion. Sion's the problem. I think I'm going to need a Garen and a J4 and a single. Like, J4 to kill Sion, hopefully. That's a huge draw. I don't know, though. It's going to be an interesting game. I wonder if they'll use a, like, Poro Cannon to summon a Grenadier here. I'd love that, actually. Cool, no problem. Just going to bank 2 mana here, probably, so I can have 2 mana for this Protege turn. Sure thing. If they pass on 3... We're just going to play the Protege over this. So if they pass here... Oh, that's actually awful. Oh, that's really awful. Yeah, that's actually terrible. I could play Sharp Sight just to force in 2 damage. That sounds awful. No, we can't do that. Yeah, I'm just missing out on damage here. I completely forgot this is a card, in all honesty. I was like, oh yeah, they're just going to play Draven here. I think I'm just going to summon a Fleet Feather. And I think I'll block like this and do this. I know they could have Mystic Shot. I don't care. In fact, the fact that they're waiting on this turn makes me feel like they have Mystic Shot. And I'm just going to bank the mana here. Yep. I kind of wanted to bank the mana to try and bait them into using the Mystic Shot, but now that they're actually using it... Do I play Twin? I think I do. I don't know if that's a good play, but I'm doing it. Alright, Garen top deck. Easy. That's a good top deck, too. We're just going to summon this and take... Vanguard? Vanguard. I'm not sure if Vanguard's the correct choice here, but I took it because I like it. I'm a sucker for value. Fleet Feather was probably the correct choice there, but whatever. Alright, and I'm just going to sack some stuff in here. I'm just going to sack these into this. Hey, don't have Poro Cannon and Grenadiers. And they have Poro Cannon Grenadiers. Or Rummage. Oh no, that's just Mystic Shot. I'll say this. I'm really not liking that they have like these 4/3 and a Lost Soul, because it's kind of making it so I can't level up J4. That's really bad. I need to draw Garen. I'm just not drawing Garen these games. I'm trying to go wide, but I'm not having enough go wide payoff. Oh my gosh. Rummage. Okay. You're actually playing Rummage in the deck too? Whatever. You do you, opponent. So they're probably going to want to play like another Risen Rider here. Yep. Just play this boy. And then we'll open up next turn with Dragon's Protection. And summon our J4 and push in another 7 damage in. Oh, but I just drew Garen. Ooh, I just drew Garen. I still want to summon J4. Please no Grenadiers. Also, please no Sion. Sure, I have 16 health, but that's nothing compared to a Draven Sion deck. A Decimate deck. So here's the game plan. Hope they don't have Sion. And then go wide and play a Garen. I don't know, that doesn't sound good. Is this another Mystic Shot? No way. Poro Cannon, Grenadier. What is that? Sure. I kind of needed that strike, but whatever. Summon the Revenant. Yep. I'll just block it with my 3-2. So, do you have Sion? No. Wow. I'm actually kind of surprised. So we'll just summon this. Come on, summon Lost Soul. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of hand you would have. Okay, okay. It's fine. That is very fine. Just gonna slam Garen here. I kind of hope they kill a unit. I would like to summon a Broadwing, but if they don't, I'll just slam Garen still. I've got 4 challengers. They pass? Great. If they pass, do I still summon Garen, though? Yeah. Sonnet Urchins, whatever. Getting rid of Decimate. Love to see that being gone. Sure. Yeah, this is fine. Push in 8? Meh. I'd rather just summon Garen. I think summoning Garen is just too good here. Even if they have Sion. It's lethal if they summon Sion. I have 12 damage and 4 challengers to pull away their units. I mean, it's lethal on the board right now. Draven. Draven could be, That says Whirling Death is all I know. Also, let's attack in the right order. So we potentially level up J4. So, kill you, pull you, and these two pull here. Wait, no, I'm 1 off. Oh no, I thought you were at 2 out of 3. No, I'm a dumbass. Whatever. I could, in theory, use my Garen to strike Draven. I would not do that, though. I might be able to get some surprise lethal here with a cheeky Garen level, or not a cheeky Garen level up, a cheeky J4 level up. I feel like they have a second Draven, though. That's why they wanted to summon this Draven for Whirling Death shenanigans. Ooh, what is this? Yes, do some get excited shenanigans. I would love that. If they have survival skills always hits the strongest. Oh, well, there it is. Oh, that's cute. So I can save. So if I do this, I save a 3-2 and I level up my J4. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, it's technically going to be a 2-1. Yeah, let's do this. Plus, I get to kill Draven, and that means no Whirling Death. So now what I need is Sion. Yes. Another single would be good. That way I can Cataclysm Sion. And then single Ephemeral Sion. Yeah, I like that idea. Or just a Sion. Sion would be great too. Now, do I play this just to play it? No. I think I'm going to hold this to try and bluff. Just make them second guess their plays now. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna take it. 7 damage? That's nothing. They just use a lot of burn too. Like, Get Excited and Fervor was just used that last turn. Baboon, though. I'll summon this. Feels like they're trying to summon a Sion here. So Sion returned as a 9-4. Oral Cannons, whatever. So no Sion, that's good. There's no way you pass here, right? Okay, so they don't have Sion. So we'll summon this. I've only got one Fearsome blocker, but that's fine. I assume O2... Oh, no, I have 2 Fearsome blockers, technically. I'm just taking this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just taking this. This is whatever. And we'll just do this to kill the O2 here. Maybe this is wrong to kill the O2 and I should be trying to kill the 1-1 or even the 3-1.
No quarter.
So I'm pushing in. I mean, they can summon the Daring Poro, though. Sign in. Oh boy. All right. Yep. All right. Come on, sign in.
Ours is but to do and die.
A second J4. So I'm gonna do this. So I'm definitely attacking with an open attack. You two are getting pulled like this. I don't know. This is such a problem. So I've got a cute play here, and that is I'm gonna use this Cataclysm to try to maybe get them to kill my J4. I don't know if this is even correct. I doubt they can kill J4 though, but they have a Spinning Axe. No, Spinning Axe Mystic Shot wouldn't do it. I'm playing into triple Decimate, like double Decimate this turn and the 1 Decimate from last turn. Sonnet Urchin. Ugh. Does not change anything.
Hardly fair.
Yeah, this doesn't change anything. Sadly. Yep, just got him to 1. And I feel like they're just gonna burn me now. Or draw Sion and play Sion. If they play Sion, I'm screwed. Alright, Lost Souls, whatever.
Ours is but to do and die.
Where were you last turn, Sharp Sight? Oh boy. And there is Sion. Can I survive this, is the question. So I do this. That'll kill Sion. I have to deal with a 9-4 with Overwhelm.
To the flag!
I can go down to 2? Yeah, I'm gonna be at 2 here. Okay, I see this. Oh, I could have... I just misplayed. I just misplayed hard. Yeah. I could have taken less damage here.
Who dares defy my will?
Now I'm dying to Mystic Shot and get excited, when in fact I could have taken no damage at all. That's a huge misplay. Might actually lose the game because of that misplay.
The party has arrived.
Okay. Okay. Alright, comes down to this, I guess. I also tried to burst pass for some reason, even though it doesn't matter anymore. Twin helps. Alright, did you top deck burn? I do not deserve to win this matchup, but if I win, I'll take it. I feel like they probably have a Grenadier or something. Oh my god, I should not be winning this matchup. Oh, I can't believe I won this matchup. I played so poorly.
Out. Fine work, soldiers. Fine work.
Well, okay. Someone with a similar idea, except they went for Noxus instead of Ionia. Noxus makes me feel like they're more of a actual Bannerman Elites deck, and they're splashing for Might. I'm actually going to keep this. I'm not going to keep this, but I'm going to keep Garen. I wish I didn't keep Garen. Play a Cythria? Okay, that helps a lot. No Cythria. Kind of hate it. I'm actually going to pass here on turn 2. If they pass, I get a bank mana. If they play like Battlesmith or Cythria, I play Brightsteel. Seems like a good pass here. Love that. They've done nothing. And I'll just do this and play a Swiftwing Flight on turn 4. Love this. This is so good for me, I think. Ooh, you're a nice card. I think I'm just gonna take... I think I'm gonna take Silverwing. Let's take Fleet Feather for the first one, and the second one will be Silverwing. Just in case I need a little more late game. Wow, nothing here. You know what? Them doing nothing, and me, and it being a mid-range fight, kind of makes me want to pass. Just make them burn that 4 mana. And I'm just going to summon Garen. Oh my god, what a draw. That actually is insane. Depending on what they do here, I summon Garen. If they open attack like this, I just block here. And summon Fleet Feather and a Swiftwing. This is crazy how good this is. Battlesmith? Whatever. Let's get a little bit of late game with this boy. Like, this next upcoming turn might actually be game over for my opponent. That's only their second elite. So Vanguard Squire is still 1 mana, I think. We're just going to do this and summon J4. Yeah, this seems pretty solid. Kind of hate how this card only buffs things that are actually challenging units, but it's whatever. GG. And that's why we don't play elites, boys. Elites are bad.
Raise our banners. DEMACIA prevails.
Okay, so welcome back to the deck. 3 games, 3 wins. Pretty nice. We went against some pretty strong meta decks too. We went against game 1, I believe we went against. What do we go against? We went against. Oh my god, I can't actually remember now. Jayce Lux. Yeah, that's it. Jayce Lux. Pretty hard matchup, I feel. Kind of got lucky that they never really found a Jayce, in all honesty. I feel like I should lose that matchup a little bit, but I don't know. We drew 2 denies. Sadly, we drew them early, which kind of hampered us a bit, but thankfully our opponent didn't have too much of a good draw. But we won that game. We went against a Draven Sion deck, which I'll be honest with you, we also got lucky because they didn't draw Sion until much later. Won it. And then we went against another person playing Garen J4. We absolutely dominated that person. You know, mostly because my opponent just had some turns where they didn't do anything, like turn 4, I believe, where they just passed. And instead of actually attacking in, I just passed too. And then they just lost the game when J4 popped out on turn 6. But yeah, the deck is it seems fine. I think there is actually a lot here, a lot of potential here. But definitely a deck that needs some experimenting with and a little more data with. And maybe we need just a meta to start to shape up even more. Because while the meta is shaping up, I definitely think this meta will be different in a couple more days from now. Maybe Sundisk will start to proliferate a little bit more and we'll see Sundisk War, in which case that's going to be scary, kind of. But yeah, I think this is a solid deck for ladder. If you just want to play, I think this idea, and I'm not saying this exact list, but I think something Garen J4 without elites and just a good stuff kind of mid-range pile is the best way to play Garen. And that kind of good mid-rangey stuff pile, I feel like is best suited for Ionia, because Twin is great and Deny is great. So yeah, I'd love to hear your opinion on this deck. What do you think? Do you think I have too many challengers? Do you think the challenger package with Swiftwing Flight is a little too much? Do you think Scales of the Dragon is worth it, or should I just be playing more Vanguard Sergeants? I think Scales is worth it because Dragon's Protection with Broadwing is a cute little combo. But yeah, I'd love to hear your opinion on this deck and whether you think it's good, bad, there's some potential here, and how you would change it if you were to play it. And if you guys just enjoy the video in general, I'd love it if you could leave a like or a comment down below. Always helps me and my channel out. And if you guys want to keep up with the Legends of Runeterra content, you can always go and subscribe to the channel as well. Also, if you want to watch me play some Legends of Runeterra, you can go and check me out over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zenaton, where I stream pretty much every single day. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all once more for watching this video, and until I see you guys in the next one, bye!